What are we doing today that's going to help you prepare for your emergencies in your area? Stick with us and see what we've got coming up for the special favorite things this week. Hi, and welcome to those who this is your first time watching. Welcome back. If you are one of my subscribers that is keeping up with this challenge, I'm so grateful to you for this, for taking this challenge because I'm enjoying every step of the way. Today is week 28 of our 52-week emergency preparedness challenge, and we are just growing stronger every day with our preparedness. So today, starting with our food, it is 20 pounds of rice. And we've talked about different ways to store rice. You can store them in tight feeling tubs. You can put them in jars if you have bigger jars that you just are spare that you need to store them in. They store really well in those little thick plastic bags with the handle, which I'll put a link to that below. But it's good to have rice. Rice is a very easy staple to cook, and most everybody likes rice. Other thing it said was to get 3 jars of peanut butter. Now, when I put peanut butter in my storage, I like to use the smaller jars. I get a bigger jar when if I have kids around, and my husband loves peanut butter and stuff, so I get a little bit bigger jar. But in the smaller jars, if you don't use it as often, it won't go rancid as quick as a large jar will. Large jar, once it gets about halfway down and it's not being used, it's likely to go rancid. But the smaller jars, you're a better chance of actually using it up before it has a chance to go rancid. So in my storage, I always like to keep little jars so that I don't waste so much peanut butter if it does go bad. And our household items, it says to get a pack of just washcloths, 3 washcloths. I would wash them and just have them in there just for whatever emergencies you might need to clean up something. It's just asking for 3 washcloths. And it's always good to have something if you need to clean something, if just, to sanitize, to prep an area if you're in an emergency area. So, you might be at a place where there's, park and picnic tables and they're dirty. And so you just need something to clean up. So just be safe and have that in your household tub. Our 72-hour kits, it is still telling us to update. Again, it's re-emphasizing the clothes, update your socks, update your medications, things like that, or come across some new ideas of things that you might. I hope you're constantly thinking that, oh, this would be something I might want to put in my bug out bag, and if you have something like that that we have not talked about, please leave that in the comments. I would love to hear it and probably implement it further down the road. I'm not the expert on this. I just have a passion for it. So do share if you come up with some ideas that would be great for a bug out bag, handy to have, either to handle emergency or just handle the anxiety and stress that comes from being in an emergency situation. Okay, for our emergency, we are up to $28 this week. Our bags are getting better, and we're a couple of weeks away. We will max out at week 30. We will max out at $30. I will give you a heads up that it's going to be $30 every week thereafter. So just plan for that for adult bags. So if you're a single adult, that's $30 a week you're going to want to scrape up to put in your bag. If you're a married couple, that's $60. And I know that's a lot of money. And if you can't put that much money aside, put what you can aside just to build up and be prepared. Anything's better than nothing when it comes to any kind of emergency situation. So keep plugging along and do the best you can. In our family prep, it is telling us to plan another mile hike in our neighborhood with our backpacks on. I would love to see pictures if anybody wants to take a picture of their family walking with their backpacks on. I would love to see and hear how your family handles this little challenge. But it can be a fun thing, plan to go out for ice cream afterwards or plan a little picnic at the end of your little mile hike. It's and you don't have to do it in record time. I try to get my mile in under 20 minutes, but when I'm wearing a backpack, I can't get it in under 20 minutes. So just work together as a family and make that a fun event for the family to do. And then the last thing in our barrel fun, it's 3 more gallons of water per person and another $10 towards your barrel. We are getting to the point where some of us may have already bought our barrels by now. Some of us may be ready, we may not. If you can't do $10, put $5 in towards your barrel fund. But it's important. I'll put the link again in today on preparing your water, getting your water ready for storage, on how to do that properly. So that will help you if you are to the point that you're ready to buy your barrel, or even buy those 5 gallon jugs that make it easier to store water in bulk other than 1 gallon at a time. So that's it for the products. And hold on, because I'm going to show you my favorite thing for this week. Okay, for my favorite item this week is this power, I call it a power match. I don't have to worry about the wind blowing it or it being too wet to start a fire or light anything. So this thing, when you turn it on, all these little lights show up. And if I sat here for 10 seconds and didn't do anything, it would automatically turn itself off. I like that. That was a little safety feature there. See, like it just turned itself off. So I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on. And then I'm going to hit the little thing, and the thumb has to be pushing in. Can you see that power right there? Can you see that flame? That's going to start our fire. Let me show you how it works on a candle here. I'm going to get this closer to you. So I'm going to start my fire. And I can hear it. And it has started. I don't have to worry about the wind blowing it out. Listen to it. That's some power there. So that is my favorite thing. I'll put the link to this below because I just like it. It comes with a cord to recharge it, USB cord. I can recharge this on my solar panel. So I love that. I love that I don't have to worry about keeping my matches dry, worry about the wind blowing my matches out. I have my little fire stick, and I love that little fire stick. I'll have the link to that in the description. Thanks for watching this week. Have a good week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.